Well, it's a brand new day on Dalal Street. We've had solid gains under our belt. So let's get our research team to tell us about the stocks that you need to watch out for today. Tata Com came out with their numbers yesterday post-market hours. Reema's here to give us the latest on that. Reema, over to you.
Hi, thanks so much for that. It's a mixed bag. So the revenue growth is looking good for Tata Communications, but the margins have come in lower. On a consolidated basis, revenues are up 4.4% quarter on quarter, and on a year-on-year basis, revenues are in double digits, 10.7%. Their key segment, which they're focusing on, is the data. And here, the data revenue growth is sustaining, and it's looking up. So consolidated data revenue growth has gone up 17% on a year-on-year basis, aided by an acquisition that they did. But even if you strip that out, the Switch acquisition, organic data revenue growth at 14% on a year-on-year basis is higher than what we've seen, and it's sustaining in double digits. That's the key. Margins, as I said, though, have come under pressure. EBITDA margins in the current quarter are down nearly 120 basis points quarter on quarter, and the margins over the last 4 quarters, 3 quarters actually, have fallen from 25.5% now down to 21.4%. Their margins have been under pressure due to that Switch acquisition, the integration costs associated with it. Profits, though, are on the way up, 17% jump on a quarter-on-quarter basis, also aided by a higher other income. Back to you.
All right, Reema, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's hop across to Ekta. She's joining us to tell us about a couple of financial names which will be reacting to its numbers, namely Canfin Homes and L&T Finance Holdings. Ekta?
Thanks for that. Well, I'll start with Canfin Homes. I expect the stock to be in the green because the NII is up around 13.8%. It's better than expectations. The profit is up around 13% year on year. Again, better than expectations. The net interest margins have improved on a Q-on-Q basis. Gross NPA ratios have been stable. Morgan Stanley has written on Canfin. They have an equal weight with the target price of 640. According to them, the profit beat estimates led by higher net interest margins and lower operating costs. L&T Finance, I expect that stock to be in the green as well. Net interest margins at an 8-year high. ROA has come in at a 14-quarter high of 2.13%. Gross NPA has been the best that we've seen in 7 to 8 years, according to Abhishek. So that's at around 4.04%. NII is up around close to 15%. Profit is up around 102.7% year on year, but it is up around 6% Q on Q. That's a better metric to track. Goldman Sachs has a buy with a target price of 110. According to them, they reported a strong Q1 both on quantum as well as quality.
Okay, in fact, Suresh Srinivasan Iyer, who is the MD and CEO of Canfin Homes, will be joining us today at 9:50 a.m. to discuss their Q1 performance, so do stay tuned in for that. But Federal Bank is also in focus this morning. Of course, it's been in focus for the last many days. Nimesh is here to give us the latest on that. Nimesh, over to you.
Hi, Sonia. Federal Bank will be in focus because of the QIP launch. So last evening, they've launched the QIP book. They're looking to raise 3,000 crores via QIP. Remember, they've already raised close to 1,000 crores via preferential issue to IFC. So net, through equity, they are raising close to 4,000 crores. Now, as far as QIP is concerned, I understand the demand is quite strong, both from domestic mutual funds as well as from some hedge funds as well. The indicative price suggests a 0 to close to 2% discount to yesterday's closing price. But given the strong demand to the QIP and the fact that they've raised money through IFC as well, I'll go with the green because the demand is quite strong and this was much anticipated. Remember, Abhishek had broken this story a couple of weeks back. So it was well anticipated, but the book is launched and there's a very strong demand in the QIP book.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out on that one, Nimesh. Thanks a lot for that. Well, Mangalam joins us to tell us about some earnings reactions that we got post-market close yesterday. Mangalam?
Well, I have 2 on my list, and both of them strong operational performance coming in. We start with Hatsun Agro. In fact, the gross margins of the company improved by about 30 basis points year on year and 110 basis points quarter on quarter. Remember, we were struggling with high milk inflation same time last year, so some improvements seen there. EBITDA margins on the back of that up 220 basis points. The company did some belt tightening as well. The operational expenses were down by about 5% as a result of which the EBITDA for the company grew by 33% and the net profit by 54% itself, despite revenues growing just about 7%. The other one is Finolex Industries. Again, out here as well, the revenues were flat, down almost 1%, but we had the EBITDA jump by 21%, implying a near 250 basis points improvement in their margins, and as a result of which the net profit for the company too jumped in mid-teens, almost 16% higher there. See green on both stocks.
Okay, Mangalam, thanks very much for that. We got more stocks with news flow. Ekta is here with that. Ekta, good morning.
Thanks for that. Well, I'll start with Shree Cement. I expect the stock to be in the red. They've received a letter for inspection from the MCA. Krishna Diagnostics, I expect that stock to be in under pressure as well, as the National Health Mission Rajasthan has cancelled a letter of acceptance for providing lab services. So basically there's been a tender which is cancelled from the state of Rajasthan for Krishna Diagnostics. Electra Greentech, they've been awarded 395 crore contract to Mega Engineering and Infrastructure. It is for construction of greenfield EV manufacturing facility in Hyderabad. But the catch is that Mega Engineering and Infra is the ultimate holding company, and this is a related party transaction. Lastly, Dr. Reddy's, I expect this stock to be in the green on account of the USFDA completing a PAI and routine GMP inspection of their Srikakulam facility. 0 observations. They've received a no action indicated status from the USFDA, which is definitely a positive.
All right, thanks a lot, Ekta, for that. Here's a quick recap of our top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow: the Tata Communications, Canfin Homes, L&T Finance Holdings, Federal Bank, Hatsun Agro Product, Finolex Industries and Dr. Reddy's. While stocks with negative news flow: the Shree Cement, Krishna Diagnostics and Olectra Greentech. Let's also get a quick handle on what's happening in the world of commodities this morning. Manisha Gupta joins in for a roundup of all the action there. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Thank you for that. I'll start with the fact that the markets are still staring at a lack of China stimulus, and that seems to be weighing on. Add to that the fact that you also have seen a strong rebound in the dollar index. We're almost above 100 right now, and that's weighing onto the commodity markets. For the crude oil prices, the pain also comes in from the fact that you have seen U.S. inventories decline less than what the street was anticipating, and there actually is an inventory gain when you look at distillates and gasoline. So clearly the demand for crude and products continues to be on the weaker side. Metals also have continued to decline. Overnight, we saw 1 to 1.5% of a cut come in for copper, zinc and aluminum. That is again because China today yet again has kept its 1-year and 5-year prime lending rates at stable. When you look at the agriculture commodities, well, that is where the major action was. Russia warning on ships in Black Sea as potential military target has led to wheat prices surging 8% overnight. You've seen corn trading at a 3-week high, soybean prices running to a 3-month high, and the list goes on. So most of the agriculture commodities are the major gainers today.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. Well, let's slip into a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll tell you everything that you need to know about the Jio Financial demerger from Reliance Industries that will happen today. So all that coming up in a bit. Later, Dipan Mehta of Elixir Equities will join in for a fundamental stock analysis. We'll also have Mahesh Palawat of SkyMet Weather Services and RK Jenamani of IMD to talk about the monsoon mayhem that continues to sweep the country. More on that coming up in a bit.